Hey, good morning, everybody. I just want to pop on here to let everybody see. This is today's Wednesday, so this had to be coming out. I didn't count back, but has to come out of its trend somewhere in Monday. So if you see this one, AUD Swiss franc, you notice it's trending down. Started pulling out, and then right in here, it's pulled out. It's tested. It come back, and if I pull this on down, it's tested here, just about here. And if you pull without me having to mess it up. Let's see. Yeah, test, not test it. Okay, and it's tested there. The testing means when I say testing, it means it's a ceiling and it's trying to go through the ceiling. So this is the ceiling of the trend, and this is the floor. So it's just like you walking on the floor, it walks here. Now I don't know if I can move this back because it looks like this could come down to about right in there, and it can go through the floor. It's just where it touches the most. That's kind of what you want, because these are what they call fake outbreaks. But you just kind of want it to have the most touches on the floor. And the floor one here is not really, to me, is relevant as far as I'm looking at it and make sure it's a trend. But the main focus on this is when it breaks through the roof. Like the old song, "The roof is on fire," and I gotta get through the roof. So that's mainly my main concern on this point here. And it has broke through, just a little bit outbreak, but see, he's tested here, almost come back here and tested here, and now it's trending up. So these two candles, if you know my candlestick pattern, would have told you that it was saying, hey, it's gonna go back down. So in this candlestick pattern would have indicated it's going back up. Both of them here, the same wick size almost, both here, and this one completely engulfed that one, and then it trend up. But this one indicated to get out, because you notice all these candles is almost the same size, except this one was kind of big. So I probably, me, as soon as I seen this one, I'd have probably got out, but it's not completely engulfing it. I mean, it engulfs it, but not completely like this one completely engulfs these two. And this was indecisive, so it kind of down. But me, if I got in back here and rode it up through here, I would probably rode it up to this candle and got out. Just for the fact this candle was a lot bigger than these, but this one definitely got me out. So now, in a perfect world, it should come back down a little bit and continue back up. Now back to my US Mexico one I was on. Same concept here. Once it breaks the pitchfork, it's usually irrelevant. So therefore the trading is stopped. Now therefore it could come back into it and go back down through it, but as right now it's not. But if you look back, this is back where it's tested this area here, back in this area, and see here it's touched it. So that indicates to me that it's going to continue going back down a little bit before it ever goes back up. But I would wait till this candle forms to see what's going to do, because it's pushing back and forth real big. This candle here would indicate it, because it completely engulfed this one, indicate it's going down. And see, this candle completely engulfs these two, but that means usually a lot of people getting out, either trend up a little bit and quit. This one, big motivation up, motivation down. you just gotta, I mean, if you haven't watched the candlestick patterns, these won't make sense, but go back and look at the candlestick patterns and figure out which one. Right now, it kind of looks like it's more or less indecisive. So if it breaks above this, it's going to keep going back up. But if not, this candle should form and then continue back down. So you just got to wait till this one candle really kind of forms to figure out which way it's going. But of course, Europe and Mexico is pretty much doing the same thing. U.S. Mexico. Same concept here. You got a trend going down, and now it's it's broke free of it. Trend trading, like I said, is one of the most really. Why don't you? And once you draw enough charts, you'll know. Because I got it touched in here. It's staying in my trend line. It's cut and break out, and then here it's broke out. And now it's trending a different way. Got touches here, here. Now if you want to do a pitchfork, you can do a pitchfork in here. So now it's kind of, but you got a lot of small candles. If you look, you're not going to get a whole ton of trading out of this. You got one here, but here you're not getting it. It's kind of more indecisive. Like it don't know which way to go. It's coming up a little bit, but it could come back down and continue. But there's a lot of small candles, so there's not a lot of profit in it. Plus, you don't know exactly which way it's going to go. But let me show y'all this. US Bitcoin for you Bitcoin people. Look here. It is at, right now, it's 63. I got money in this. I'm making quite a bit of money off this one. I put my money in this and just left it. I've not pulled it out in the last 3 or 4 years. And I probably need to. But it's up to 60. I did get all the way up to 64,844, I think is what it was. 60. I gotta scratch my eye. Yeah, 64,889. And now it's going back down a little bit. But see here, somebody pulled. So this is what I'm saying. If you got into this trade, you don't have enough money to cover this. That could actually cost you a lot of money and blow your account. That little big long wick that whipped down there and whipped everybody out. Depends on which way you're going, but if you was buying, which you should be buying because it's going up, that one little candle would have whipped out and hit your stop loss, cost you money, or if you didn't have enough money in the account, it would have cost you your account. So this is why I always say make sure before you get into trading you know what's going to happen, what's going on, how much money you can actually lose. Put your stop loss in. You know, if you put your stop loss very tight, then it'll whip out and hit your stop loss, and not whip you out and hit your old account and bloat it. But my gas stock is not good. The gentleman that got me into this one, it's not doing too good. So, but I didn't get into this. I'm still looking at it because I haven't done my research on this one in the penny stocks and stuff. Let's see. Kind of figure out ones I looked at. See, this one you could make some money, but it just looks like it's going sideways. I mean, if you can bet a lot of money and get in and get out. So this candle, see how the little candles, you get this great big one, that indicated it's probably going to go back down. And before anybody says it, probably means yes, probably. Nobody can say, it's going to go back up. Nobody can do it. If a person can predict that, then they can predict the future. So when I say probably, it means probably, because no one knows. This one looks like it's on a downward trend. Yeah, same thing. It looks like it's going on a downward. And look, it looks like, let's see. Not more concerned about the top or the bottom as much as the top. So I think there. We got touched here, touch, 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 touch. And if you have to, just count them. How many touches? Catch this line, move it up. Count how many touches that line. If I move it up here, it's going to be touched here, here, here. If there's 3, make it touched here. Let's see. No, it's still pushed out. So even then, it's still pushed out of there. But if I put it up here, if you notice it touches down here, so it's right in the top. So it makes it a roof. If I put it here, got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and a whole bunch right here, 14, 15, 16. So there's about 16 touches here on the roof part of it. So this is probably the best spot to put it as far as all the touches. And touches means you got little candles here, there's wicks, little wicks here, wicks here. But I got a bunch here. I got a bunch there, here, out there. Even got 1 or 2 right here, and 1 right here. Even though it pushed out here, these got a lot of little candles here that's touched it. Right here's another one. But even though it pushed out, it comes down. You got touched here, touch, touch. So, and a whole bunch right in here touching. This right here is touching 2 or 3. So that's what I mean. You want the most touches. So now it's pushed out of the touch. Even there, it's come back right here and tested the roof of it. You see that little bitty green candle? It's come back and tested it. But it still looks like it's come on a downward. It's still coming on downward trend. So we're going to let it sit there and see what it does. It may come back in here like it's pushed out of these up here and keep going trending down, but we're going to watch it and see what it does. Good Lord. I'll turn my phone off when I do these. Like I said, this was in an upper trend. It broke. Now it's just going steady. Now it's coming up. I know you'll probably say, I'm trying to look at one. So this one's going, and now it looks like it's trending. But let me see if I can go back to my. Before I mess it up. So like on these, you can start out with a day or an hour. It depends on how long you want to get it, stay in it. If it's something I'm going to have to leave and go to town, may not check it the rest of the day, I will go to day. But if it's something I'm sitting around the house and I can check it pretty often, like every 3 or 4 hours, or if I'm out and about and I can check it, then I would check it and I would do looking at hourly. But before I ever get in a trade, I go to a smaller time frame and see if I can see anything that indicates that it may do something different. So like this candle completely engulfed it. So it looks like it's going to come back up here. We'll see if it tested. So if you wanted to, you could put in a sell limit and let it touch the line and see if it comes back down. And get your sell limit and go down and put your stop loss right above this line. I mean, I would put it very, very close to the line. That way, if it does test it, you're in the sell limit. Or if it comes up and goes through it, it hits your stop loss. You're not lost a lot of money. But let's see. But see, it's not look like it's wanting to test it too much. But always, if you start out with an hour daily, go to a smaller time frame, and that indicates when to get into the trade. Don't go by this one. Go to a smaller time frame, so that way you get a better time to get into it. So we want to see, this was a minute. It looks like almost a pattern formed. Let me see. I don't know. Don't take my word on this one because it's just a point. I don't have it. I haven't done the measures and stuff. If that is a pattern, like I said, I haven't tested it. I haven't measured or anything. I have to do for my Fibonacci, but if that was one, then that would indicate it will be going back down. But I'm not doing it because, like I said, I haven't tested it. Using a minute, by the time you get that figured out, tested it, you're just pretty much 5 minutes into it and it's already went down. So in a minute, that one's not very 15 minutes gives you a little bit more time if you want to do it. Yeah, see here. This would candles, if this one keeps going, you can put you a buy stop here, probably right above the wick a little bit, or probably halfway between it, and let it go and let it ride up, because it looks like it kind of looks indecisive really. But if you put a buy limit here, but it don't look like it's doing too much right now. And that's why you go back to this one website and see if this is a good day to the day it's really motivating, this one, and see if it's really the stock is the day it moves the most. And it may not move today at all, I mean the most today, so it may just keep going. If you go to Thursday, maybe where it moves the most, and it will go way up and everything. But anyways, almost 20 minutes. I'm gonna get off here. Hope everybody has a good day. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down, and we'll go from here. Well, I'm trying to look at something else. I don't see personally nothing I like. I'll dig in more. I didn't get up this morning on time. I stayed up too late last night and didn't sleep too good. So right now I don't see nothing that I like. But now if you want to, you can always go to a smaller time frame. Why don't that work now? Am I hitting the right one? See, that was indecisive. It's not really doing nothing yet. But if I go back to my hourly, See, there's my trend. So I go, let's see, go to a minute. If you don't know what I'm doing, go back to reference to the chart. Moving. The easiest way to trade is, I can't even think of the name of it right now. This is the easiest way to trade. You do trend trading. Go look at my video that says trend trading. Go look up other people says videos trend trading. Trend trading is the most easiest one to do, and all you're doing is finding a trend. And on the trend trading, or one of the other ones I know I go into, and I'd go from an hour or a day down to like 5-minute charts, and each one of these is a different color. By doing that, you go back and look at your charts, and it gives you indicated like which way it's going. See, on that one, on the 1 minute, it indicate it's upward trend. See it? But right now, to me, it's just as undecisive. I don't see nothing really I like to trade right now. There's nothing really. But anyways, there we go. I hope everybody have a good one. Give me a thumbs up, thumbs down. Subscribe to my channel. Have a good day.